friends, and welcome to Tommy Talks TV, the place to be to build great love relationships. Today I'm going to be answering one of your questions, and it goes like this. How can I build better communication in my marriage? Now, I think that's an excellent question because communication is the lifeblood of any relationship. Now, when you're thinking in terms of building better communication in your marriage, you need to be thinking about three things: speaking, listening, and understanding. Now let's talk about speaking for a moment. Now, when you're talking about speaking, you need to be thinking about how best to articulate the words and choose your words correctly and explain yourself so that your partner understands precisely where it is that you're coming from. But you see, the challenge is that sometimes we tend to speak for effect rather than for effectiveness. When you're speaking for effect, all you're trying to do is just to get your emotions out there so that you can feel better. But that's not necessarily the most effective way to go. When you're speaking for effectiveness, you're choosing your words carefully to help your partner understand where it is you're coming from, what it is you're trying to explain. So you need to learn how to speak for effectiveness and not just for effect. Secondly, thinking about listening for a moment. I really believe that there's a reason why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. And I think it's because He expects us to listen twice as much as we speak. Because listening is what promotes understanding. But the difficulty is that many times when we're listening, we're not listening to understand. We're listening to reply. So when you're listening to reply, you're busy thinking about your response, what you're going to say as soon as your partner stops talking. And that tends to shut down your understanding because you're busy composing your reply in your mind. So you need to be thinking about listening and understanding what your partner is saying and listening to understand, not just listening to reply. And then thirdly, thinking about understanding. St. Francis of Assisi said, "Seek first to understand, then to be understood." Understanding is all about putting yourself in your partner's shoes. It's about trying to understand where they're coming from. It's about trying to empathize and feeling with them before you even begin to compose your response at all. And that's what actually makes someone feel like they have passed across their message when you understand what it is that they're saying. Well, I hope that has helped you. Those are my 3 tips for effective communication: speaking, listening, and understanding. If you've learned something new today, then consider sharing this with someone on social media. And if you've got a question that you'd like me to answer, then head on over to tommytalks.com/ask and I'll answer your question next time. See you next time. Bye-bye.